The first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey. Think right open.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Connection made. Travis Etienne. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Hey, I'm gun.
They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Gets everything he has under this throw. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Check smash. Here we go.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
Go check.
They give to Pollard from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Man in motion here. First down, and they go right back to him. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He finds Tigger for the grab. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Titans will have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Completed to Pollard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Maher connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! 30 left. Go, go, let's go. 11, Agate. Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Airing it out to start this drive. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Titans push their lead to 3. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Safe break.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They start with 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
From the 34. That's taken in by ETN. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Hey, Phil. Hey, let's go. Go, go. Go, go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 48. He gets this one to Strange. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
11. Take right open.
Lawrence trying again on second. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws will find a drop at some point, too.
Hey, Lion. Hey, I'm gun.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
60 bison.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The give on second to Pollard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
Hurry.
Working quickly here.
19, 18. 19 tight. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Check. Hurt.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He'll get it at the 9. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I got him.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Jaguars working here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, go. 30 left. Go, let's go.
Motioning left is Thomas. From the 29. Able to find Strange here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Hey, run. 11, Agate. Think right.
Motioning the tight end now.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Lisa 24. Go. Hot.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He'll get this to ETN. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw, Lawrence. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Rip, 23.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. Punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Here we go, set.
Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, it put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
He's looking down, and oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars might be able to get some points late after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
That pass caught by Strange. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Cook to kick this away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 from the 41.
Set up.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, a run with Pollard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Let's make 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
Throwing now from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be touched down. Play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
I think I'm ready for kids. He said I want to stop trying to that makes sense. I'm going up there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready, ready?
1st and 10. It's Pollard. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
He has it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, easy. Route. 13, loop. 11.
Now Lawrence. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Hey. Settle down.
Now it's Lawrence. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Easy. 11. Take right open.
Lawrence looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that Well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Fits it through the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans shrinking the lead some in the third. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Titans cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This taken from the 12. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, Lion. 30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
11, Agate. Here we go.
From the 34. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And he takes this one back for the pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call it pick six and multiple highlight game?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Hey, go.
Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On second down, it's ETN. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Third down, Lawrence to throw. That's caught for the first. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Red on red. 11. Hey, kill. Go.
Lawrence working from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Nearly an interception on that play, and it sets up second down. Lawrence to throw it. Complete out to the right side. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Station 24. 13, Luke. 11.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left.
Silver.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Hits him on the out route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
11. Here we go.
Lawrence trying again on second. Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing now off play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Throwing off the play fake here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it deep downfield. And that's going to move the chains.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen win.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Titans make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And he's got a man complete. And getting aggressive to cut into this lead works. They've got the 2-point conversion. So a field goal would win it for him now, but to do that, they've got to recover this kick. Titans are pointing. We'll wait and see. Oh, they did get it back. Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
Right back to Pollard. Runs inside the 35. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready up.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
70 Lion. Set go.
Handoff running right, Pollard. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
60 Bison.
At the 20-yard line.
Riggs. Hut.
Running right, here's Pollard. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans needing a couple.
On the jump.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
19 Tiger. Let's go. Get up.
Looking to throw. He'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Lightning 18. Ready.
Pollard on 1st and goal. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again with Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
19, Pioneer. Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Throwing now. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
Kate, I totally get it. Could take a little more risk knowing a field goal's in the back pocket, but still, that is so disappointing offensively. Not even able to get the throw off and give yourself a chance at a touchdown.
Ready.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set. Ready.
Looking to throw it. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Titans have taken the lead late. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here we go. The Titans setting up for a big two-point attempt.
Here we go, set.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today.
Set to kick off.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, hey, hey.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, I'm going.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here he is to throw. ETN on the catch.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
That's taken in by ETN. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Hey, go.
Here's a give to ETN. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Flush down now to his left. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. And that played good enough for a first.
Easy. Red on red. Silver.
He'll look to throw it. It's intercepted. That will do it. Amani Hooker has it. And the Titans will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance of completing that season sweep. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.